Have you seen that movie, Wolf on Wall Street, or Wolf of, is it Wolf on Wall Street? Oh my God, this is terrifying. We've already got that bull statue, now an actual wolf. No, it's Wolf of Wall Street. I love that movie, although bloody hell, it's a bit intense, isn't it? If you're a person that's had drug problems, crikey, and some of the other challenges I've faced down in my life. I chatted to actual real life Jordan Belfort and talked to him about what it's like to operate on the inside of those financial systems. In this video, we talk about the power of cryptocurrencies and how it might be a genuine alternative to the financial system, how it could be a way for ordinary people to get a little piece of the pie, get into the game, to become wolves themselves. Check out this conversation with Jordan. You're going to love it. Knowing that how much power is wrapped up in the preservation of these systems, knowing that, you know, something as effective as the sort of the cryptocurrencies that you say are legit, the ones that are above the shitcoin, lower league stuff, do you think that there is any way that ordinary people operating together can change the balance of power from the sort of the estates of centralized corporate power and governmental power? Do you think there is ever a chance for, through, you know, even through these kind of financial means that you've helped us to understand better, a way of leveling the score a little bit, so ordinary people who are looking to invest in, whether it's, you know, Bitcoin in any variety or any derivative thereof, or, you know, imitation thereof, or conventional stocks and shares, you know, that impulse that's behind that, an impulse that you clearly read and understand well, because you're able to recognize that when they're saying they're talking to the wife, that ain't what they mean really. You seem to be able to read what people's intention is, what it is within them. And what you know, and I know, that what people in a sense want is to be kind of free, to be able to live their lives free from, like, you know, whether the octopus is the Federal Reserve or power structures more broadly bearing down on us, preventing us from being who we are, that the game is rigged against ordinary folk. Do you think that these powers can ever be challenged, or do you think they've got the game sewn up?
So now you're at the most profound thing of all. You just hit on something, I think, you know, inadvertently and inadvertently, a combination of the two. Why? Like, why is this, you know, why is crypto so popular? It's trade. Why would people buy shit coins? Why are people so into cryptocurrency? Why do influencers and all the people that are coming up, the younger people, why does the young people, they love this shit? Let me tell you why. There's a reason why. It's very profound, Russell. And I think this will clarify a lot of things for your listeners. You say, why are people like so much into, whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Matic, or whatever coin? And there's a lot of good coins as well. So I don't want to, it's only not, there's a few other good ones as well. And then for every good one, there's 100 terrible ones, right? But here's what's happening. The reason the younger generation loves this stuff is because it is the great equalizer into itself as an investment. When you buy a stock, when you try to invest in stocks or the stock market or oil or anything that is dominated by Wall Street, that has fundamentals involved, meaning you're actually having very well-educated school people that are using 70 years of knowledge and research and statistics to look at companies, analyze them based on proven fundamentals, earnings, assets, cash flow, debt to equity, or things that younger people, except if you're a major in economics, would understand. No one understands that stuff. So that gives Wall Street a huge edge in these investments because they are using knowledge of, like, is it a good, because in Wall Street, is it a good company? Is it a bad company? Well, having that knowledge, even a slight bit, gives you an incredible edge. It's Warren Buffett. That's the perfect example is Warren Buffett, long-term investor, picking winners from losers based on real financial information. And at some level, that trickles all the way down to these traders on Wall Street who are trading with computer algorithms that the last trade by the microsecond, if you could beat it out by 0.018 milliseconds, you can make money like that. But it's all based on this sort of knowing that system. And then you have crypto, where there are no fundamentals. There's zero. There's nothing there but air. All it is an algorithm, the pure algorithm says, here's the amount of coins we have. Here's how often they get printed. It takes away all the knowledge. You don't have to know anything. All that matters is this. Who's the most popular girl in school this week? If you know who the most popular girl in school is, guess what? You can make a fortune in crypto because there are no fundamentals. It's who's the most popular, who's everyone, because whatever, it's all supply and demand. So it allows influencers who are the most popular girls in school, so to speak, it gives them a huge edge in making money because they are the in crowd that is able to manipulate this stuff because they know who the cutest girl in school is this week, and it changes from week to week or month. Elon is who's the cutest girl? Elon's the most beautiful girl of all. Elon says it's this, it automatically goes up. So if you go to traditional investments, there's all this knowledge and information that Wall Street's accumulated over generations. They have a huge edge. They lose that edge with crypto because it's only about who's buying what? There are no fundamentals. So it makes it a more egalitarian system. You could actually invest on a more level playing field because it's only about who's buying it, who's selling it. There are no fundamentals. So it allows people with no investment ability, no knowledge of how companies and business works to go in and make money trading crypto because it's only about technicals. How many people are buying it? How many are selling it? Is it the top or the bottom? That's it. That's why people love investing in crypto.
That's cool. That was a cool breakdown. A few other things, right? Like I was chatting to one of my mates the other day who works in, he's a trader. He was talking about like how like with these CBD companies and all that, like if there's a sort of a celebrity endorsement, there can be huge fluctuations like real early on. And then on the other side of that, mate, like you might not be following the Euros being American and all, but there's a sort of a European soccer tournament at the moment, and Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the world's best players, like removed Coke. Like when he did a press conference, there was bottles of Coke here like this on his table.
I just saw that.
And 4 billion dropped off. What does that tell us about the world of finance? The idea that endorsements can have such a profound and real effect. What does that tell us about the nature of that reality?
Well, I think that, there was a great scene in the movie Jerry Maguire, which I'm sure you've seen. And it's in the early part of the movie where he's talking about his career as a sports agent. And it all comes to a head early on where some kid goes up to a professional basketball player and goes, "Oh, I can't sign that card. I only sign Topps cards," right? Because like that's his brand. That's a reality of capitalism. And it's like, and it's how companies like, whether it's a Facebook or how these companies monetize endorsements. So like an athlete might only get paid X dollars for being on the field, but he's building his personal brand and he's endorsing. So like anything else, there's a great side of that, a positive side of that, and there's a really negative side of that. Like I don't want to name names here, but there's a coin out there right now that's being endorsed by all the top influencers in the world right now. All of them, like major influencers. And they're out there publicly saying, this is the new greatest coin, this and that, right? And I'm shocked that these people would do that. They're really rich. The people endorsing it are richer than me. And they're endorsing this without any understanding that it's going to go to zero. It's like just another one of these things. They're getting paid massive amounts of money. They came to me yesterday and asked me to endorse it. And I said, no, I won't. I'm not going to endorse it. I said, I just don't know enough about it. Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. But I think in that case, like for me, like as a financial person, it's one thing if you're a woman and you're known for beauty and stuff. Yeah, I guess if you endorse a coin, no one expects you to know any better. So I guess that person would be very careful about endorsing lipstick, but maybe not a crypto coin. For me, a coin represents I should know better than not to endorse that, right? But everything right now, Russell, is about this endorsing and celebrity and social, who's got the most followers and who can reach those followers. And it's powerful stuff. I don't think it's going away. I think it's an integral part of economies, and there's nothing wrong with it. But there should be, I hate regulations because like they always, the more regulations you put on stuff, typically just the more warped it gets. The people want to scam will find a way to scam anyway. And they usually just serve to create an even larger bureaucracy in the end of this. It's a double-edged sword, but one would think the world would be better served if like there was some sort of rule that you can't endorse things that suck. Like you have to really actually believe in the things that you endorse, and then I think the world will be a lot better and safer. It's not like that now. You can just endorse anything you want, seemingly with impunity, even if it's a complete and utter scam. And that's the problem, because there's nothing wrong. An athlete loves a product, like Nike, for example. So they have Nike's a great product. They make good stuff, right? They have these top athletes that use Nike. There's nothing wrong with that. That to me it's congruent. It makes sense. And unless Nike is, you can say they're using children in factories. That's getting too deep into the rabbit hole for me. But I'm saying generally speaking here, they're giving value. I love their sneakers. I don't agree with all their advertising. Sometimes it bothers me, but good product. Makes sense. Yeah, I want to see what Tiger Woods is doing or Roger Federer or Michael Jordan or LeBron James, right? That's smart marketing. But then there's the other side of it, which is, and I'm keep using shitcoin.com, but any product, shit product .com is using a celebrity to separate people from their money because a celebrity needs to make extra money. That's the evil side.
Well, what do you think? Do you think cryptocurrencies could be part of the future? Do you think it is a way of sharing the wealth, of taking the power out of the hands of the powerful, or will it just end up more of the same? Let me know in the comments below. Please sign up to my side channel, Awakening with Russell Brand, where I talk about techniques for well-being and spirituality, all that kind of stuff, which I reckon is necessary. Also, if you enjoyed this video, have a look at that one. Bit more information about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, which I know you lot are into. Hit me up in the comments below, like, subscribe, sign up to my mailing list. You can just click here and I'll give you information every single week. I'll tell you what I'm reading, what I'm watching, what I'm doing. I'll answer your questions on mental health. I'll do anything to stay connected to you within reason. Stay free.